yeah, so I want to obviously echo Jonah and
Hi.
thank you so much for being here. Um, and I guess we'll just start with what have you been doing in what is it now, semi-quarantine? Where are we?
I know it is a weird time. I was actually just telling a friend yesterday. It was like it's really kind of confusing for me because like I like to follow the rules. Um, and so I am. And then you get kind of really confused by just the conflicting rules that come out. And then I was telling her, I'm like, I keep seeing celebrities leave Nobu in Malibu. And I'm like, are we supposed to be in Nobu? Are we all like, are we supposed to be doing that? Like, am I supposed to be there? Like there's a lot of confusion um, with just what level of quarantine are we in? Are we all getting out again? Are we supposed to be doing stuff? It's kind of a little bit of a confusing time, but during this time, I think I have gone through the ups and downs and the waves like everyone else.
Sure.
It's been tough at times and then kind of really exhilarating at times because you just kind of feel like you're playing hooky from life, and then that kind of wears off pretty fast, and then you kind of try to figure out your own kind of groove. Like right now, I'm training for an action movie that I'm going to be filming in Germany in December. So
Wow.
I do this, so why not do it? And so, yeah, that's basically what my life has been. What about you?
I mean, I'm in Dallas, so it's kind of weird. Like I see people walking outside and like in restaurants all the time. It just kind of feels like I'm in that same state where it's like, what are the rules right now? But yeah, I mean, generally speaking, obviously I'm in this master's program now. So in here, really highlighting the point that you made about how I think something that's really interesting is how we have, different cultures, especially like Asian culture being like very collectivist and like American culture being very like individualist, right? And how there's like a lot of tension between that sometimes. But I think something that's a great experience of being, like my parents moved here from India and like having that first generation status is being able to navigate through those identities. And sometimes like, you do get the best of both worlds. And I think and to some extent, like, you were able to get that support and the push for going to do what you want because of, living in America.
Right. Well, it's an interesting thing that you're talking about because, our for our families to take this big jump to come to America and to immigrate here, that takes so much courage and bravery, right? And then I think that it's like we've made it this far, and then they, at least for me with my family, they really want to my mom always just wanted to make sure that I'd be okay. She wanted me to have a job that she felt would always be good for me and give me stability and, probably be good for the family as well. Everything would just be like very, cohesive, and that everything would, basically it was this idea that we got to America, we put down roots, we have our children, now let's try not to rock the boat anymore. But inside, I do believe that that's something that my stepfather helped tap into my mother, and that I helped tap into my mother, which was the thing inside that I think gets buried with, trials and tribulations. That thing inside her that gave her that bravery to come and to say, like, we have no idea what's across that ocean. We have no idea what's across that mountain. But, I do know what's on this side. So, we got to take that chance to go the extra mile.
Something that I'd actually been wondering about is, I wonder, do you ever feel, I don't know, any sort of consternation or any difficulty expressing or being someone who is kind of this icon for the Asian community, right? When you get interviewed, I'm sure often you're asked to give big statements like we're doing right here about, an entire group of people. And it's definitely not, it's not bad, or, it's something that you obviously are able to do, but do you ever feel any consternation about that? Or, because I feel like I have a difficulty talking about an entire, like all Indians, like that to me, sometimes I feel like that would be weird for me.
It's a great question. When I first started out, it was really important to me to always talk about my Asian culture. And talk about my mom and, you know, tell stories about my mom and actually use her voice and her accent to normalize things in a way, and to show how funny and smart she is and how clever she is, and to show, you know, my family the way that I see it, because it wasn't reflected. I didn't see that represented in the media.
All right, I want to thank you again so much for coming on. This was so great.
Yes,
Yeah, of
thank you
course.
again.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I feel like I answer all of your questions. I feel like I rambled probably a bit.